There are 4 categories who we will not help, and in this video I will be mentioning those 4 categories. If it is not mentioned in these 4 categories, then 90% possibility we can help you. Now, the only exception of that 10% is only if you are in a situation where the heavens have told me not to intervene. That is the only time I will not be able to help you. The first category, number 1, you participated in dark black magic. Even if you didn't participate, even if you weren't the one doing it, you were still there with the group or with someone who was doing it. Again, you participated in dark black magic. Number 2, now for those of you who are young adults maybe, and you will tell me or debate with me or probably plead with me and say, it was an honest mistake, I learned my lesson, I made a mistake, I'm not gonna do it again, but something keeps following me, I can't sleep, all these things I'm experiencing, paranormal, it just won't stop, my parents are getting sick, etc. I'm sorry, I will not help you. And the reason for that is because you made a decision. You made a decision. There are things in this world where, in this physical world, it's okay to get a slap in the hand. It's okay to do timeout and pay for it by doing that or having a slap in the hand. In other cultures, they literally whip you. In spirituality, no, you pay by the experience you receive through the decision that you made. Okay? And I'm not the kind of spiritual being who will always save you. No, I'm the spiritual being who's pretty much a tough love kind of person. A very tough love individual. If you make a mistake, I'd rather you pay for that mistake now. I'd rather you go through the pain now. So then in the next life, you're not going to repeat the same mistake again. So, no, I will not help you. Again, that is why I always say on my channel, before you do anything spiritual, you better know the consequences of your actions, because there are consequences for every decision that you make. 2, you're playing games with me, intentionally, and I will know that. There's a time to play games, and there's a time to mind your own. I'm not the kind of spiritual being that cares what other spiritual beings are doing. I really don't. Our Lord Jesus Christ has taught me to better mind your own. You have peace of mind when you do that. You have a choice. You make your choice. That's your life, not mine. I know my place. But the question is, do you? Because the moment that you interfere in what I'm doing, and you come here uninvited, and you play games with me, I promise you, just like the witches who have tried, they're not alive now, and you won't be. I'll make sure not only to cut your head off, but I will hang you upside down in front of my snakes and watch you burn slowly before you ever feel a breeze of comfort air. I don't need to prove to anyone anything, and I'm not here to do that either. I don't care what anyone thinks, because what anyone thinks is none of my business. But you come at me, trust me, I'm ready for you. I've been ready, and no one, not even demons, would dare or have dared to even try me. You best learn from them. do not play games with me, because I am not the kind of spiritual being who has patience with that. I'm very competitive. So if you're gonna play, I'm gonna make sure it's to the death. And one of us is not gonna be alive, and I'm gonna make sure that's you. And I can very much do it. Again, I don't care what kind of witch you are. I don't care what kind of games you like to play. There's other people. Go play with them. Because I've already been tested many times. And the ones that have tested me, they no longer exist. Ever. I can erase you like dust. 3. If you are a victim of causing someone harm, but you caused it first. For example, you bullied somebody. That bully went to a witch, and that witch punished you, which is like a consequence of your own actions, right? No, I'm not going to help you. If you are a bully and you're the one who started something which is the repercussion and the result of what's happening to you now is because of that, I'm not going to help you. Number 4, have no respect for spirits. We live in a time now where there's a lot of spirits who cannot move on because they're afraid to face their fears, and you coming into their sacred space just to get a reply, just to get some kind of validation for your own selfish wants and desire. I have no respect for people like that. And if you consider yourself a spiritual being, then so be it. But a spiritual being that I have no respect for. My specialty is spirits because I have utmost respect for spirits and the dead. So if you are the kind of spiritual being or human being who has no respect for the dead, regardless if it's an animal, I will not help you. Okay, so those are the 4 categories, and I hope that's clear. Everything else, we will help you. Just email us and let us know your situation and the severity of your situation and how long you've been having that issue and or problem. If you have questions and concerns, please make sure you list them in the email. Okay. The 10% that I was mentioning, that 10% is very rare. For example, I'll give an example. You were a witch prior to your time, and you came into this life. God gave you a chance. Now, there's still some karmic curses that you need to straighten out, and you still haven't finished it. I cannot help you. That's just one. Because God gave you a mission. God gave you already an answer to something that you've wanted that answer for a long time, and now you have to pay for it. You have to make up for it, and he's giving you time to make up for it. Even if you're in a situation where it's not good for your children, it's not good for your family, I'm sorry, I will not intervene. That's not my concern. You still have to answer to your karma. You still have to answer to your generational curse that you still have not answered all of it. So if you are in a transitional phase or in a process where you're still having to make up for those mistakes because God is giving you time to make up for them, whether it be 1 life, 2 lives, or how many lifetimes it's going to take, because again, that's God's decision, not our decision. So however long it's going to take, whether it be this life and whatever situation you have, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. That is something that me and my twin cannot intervene. Again, there's spiritual laws, and those spiritual laws, we do not break them. Other spiritual beings, they don't care. And there is karma for that as well. And the price for that is your spiritual gifts. And my twin and I are not careless spiritual beings. So that is why I make it very specific. These are the categories that we will not help.